distinguishes the ideas as the research grows. Public speaking shines and the confidence flows.
I will describe a phobia and you need to name it. Number 1. The fear of being in water. Waterphobia. The fear of flying. Aerophobia. The fear of being in large crowds. Claustrophobia. So now, as you know, there are many types of phobias such as claustrophobia, phobophobia, nomophobia and many more. Now, let's concentrate on how people get the different type of phobias. Certain situations may have a lasting effect on how you feel about them. For example, if you've experienced a lot of turbulence on a flight at a very young age, you might develop a phobia of flying. Or if you were injured by a dog a few years ago, you might develop a phobia of dogs. Now, let's focus on waterphobia and glossophobia. Waterphobia. People who have been through a near drowning experience, shipwreck, or even a bad swimming lesson are more likely to develop a phobia of water. How to overcome water phobia? If you're feeling nervous about going in the water the very first time, ease into it. View images or videos of water. And lastly, touch running water. Now, let's talk about claustrophobia. People who had a bad experience in the past, like having in a report in class that didn't go so well, or they're being asked to perform on the spot with no preparation. How to overcome glossophobia with no treatment? Get organized, practice, and practice some more. Challenge specific worries, and lastly, don't fear a moment of silence. So, I did a Google research asking people, do you have glossophobia? Most of the people said yes, and some people said no. Then I asked them, how much do you fear? Highest majority ratings were for a little, and least were for I'm extremely terrified. Then I asked them, how do you feel on stage? The highest majority ratings were for I go blank, anxious, and butterflies in the stomach. Well, I don't think so you will go blank. You have practiced and revised your speech many times. Why will you forget it? Then, anxious. If you're feeling anxious before going on stage, you should do deep breathing. Can you all do it with me? Breathe in, hold, and breathe out. Thank you very much for doing it with me. Then lastly, butterflies in the stomach. Well, we actually can't do anything about it. Let the butterflies fly in your stomach. Oh, I'm just kidding. Of course we can do something about it. If you're feeling something tingling in your stomach, you should eat something sweet before going on stage. Then I asked them, what frightens you the most on stage? Most of the people said, I may go wrong. Well, you really won't go wrong. I can assure you with that. Lastly, I will forget my speech. No, you will not forget your speech. You have practiced many times. No, you will not forget your speech. And lastly, people would laugh at me. No, they will not. You know you have glossophobia. Still you're trying. People will not laugh at you. They will clap hands for you. Then I asked them, did you have any bad experience in the past? Most of the people said yes, and some people said no. Then I asked them, did you try to overcome it? It was a mixed answer. The people who had a bad experience in the past, I asked them, did you try to overcome it? How did you try to overcome it? Most of the people said, I joined a class. And least number of people said, I did mirror practice. Then the people who said, I do not have any glossophobia, I asked them, what makes you so confident? Highest majority ratings were for, I have presented many speeches on the stage, and least were for, I was born confident. Now, the vital question in everyone's mind is there a difference between phobia and fear? The answer is yes, my friend. There's a lot of difference between them. Fear is a normal reaction to something dangerous, whereas a phobia leads to a mental disorder which needs some sort of treatment. For example, you're on a safari with your friends. You see a lion. You will be afraid while the lion is in front of you. Having an emotion like that is totally fine and is called a fear. But what if you're not even in front of a lion, but still you're afraid? Then that's called a phobia and needs some sort of treatment. Now, in conclusion, I would just like to say, next time when you have any type of phobia, think of this 9-year-old girl, Kartiki, that even if you have any phobia, you can always overcome it. Thank you.